Why don't you make yourself comfortable?
All right, I'll do.
Have a seat somewhere.
Oh,
Mr. Simone,
yes, sir.
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You too.
Shinigami,
Hello.
thank you for your discretion.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna not be rude, so I'm gonna take off my mask.
Of course. Unfortunately, I can't do the same.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Care for a drink, Mr. Simone?
Sorry?
Care for a drink?
Sure.
One moment. What would you like?
I'm not picky, so
Not picky.
no, sir.
Whiskey.
On the rocks.
Fantastic.
Rah! Meat and cheese. Thank you for the 2 months. Thank you so much.
There you are. So, Mr. Simone, this has been a long time coming.
It has. I don't remember how long. It's been a while since I talked to Earl, was it?
Oh, yes. Shinigami, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit of room.
Of course.
We stand just over there. Keep an eye on the door.
Sure thing.
Don't go too far. So, your death seems to be a well-kept secret until yesterday.
Yeah. You think you know people, but I'm sorry, chat. I'm not gonna.
Why the company you keep always should be at a distance.
Seems like it. I got a lot of people to warn me, but
That is why the people you surround yourself with, at least for me, are a means to an end. Let me ask you, Mr. Simone,
ask away.
where your morals lie? What is your purpose?
What is my purpose?
Oh,
My morals lie with. How do you explain that? Give me a second. I want people to be held accountable. That goes for. I wouldn't say both sides, because obviously I myself is a criminal. I am not a law-abiding citizen. But at the same time, you are having cops pulling strings, looking the other way, doing all of these things where they were supposed to save people and help people. They were supposed to be, you know, the good guys. I believe I talked a little bit with Earl about this as well. Like, my entire reasoning going into this was to show them the corruption and the issue they have internally. But when everyone is looking away, when everyone's turning their back and not worrying or doing anything about the bad apples, you know, one bad apple can spoil a bunch.
that is true.
That's why I went on for a while trying to make them realize that there is an issue internally. But then I also realized that PD and the people running it and the people in it will only change if they so choose to change. PD can only change PD. Is what it seems like, anyways.
I like your agenda. Mine is somewhat aligned, but I would say my focus is on the system itself.
When you say the system, you mean in like the entirety of it?
Police,
Mm-hmm.
the government. They aren't doing what is necessary
I agree.
to bring a balance of chaos and order.
I agree. PD is not the
I'm
only
sure.
issue.
Oh, of course not. I'm going to dive deep into what my plans are. However,
I'm all ears, and obviously this is not gonna. This is between you and I. I'm not gonna leave this
Fantastic.
building.
We both have assets, connections, powerful tools to get things done. I've been through many cities, turned them upside down, brought order to chaos. But first, chaos must uproot the ones who, shall we say, are bad apples, using power for their own favors.
I agree.
This is why I admire you, Mr. Simone. I like how you do it, but I think there's a bigger picture can both play into here.
I like the sound of
What
that.
do you know about me, Mr. Simone?
I don't know too much about you. Obviously, I heard things. I've seen your names and things. I do not race anymore, but I know you were in charge of a lot of that. Boosting, racing. I had the conversation with Earl. He explained a little bit, but not too much. So, other than that,
Why do you think I use races? When I come to a city, races are always where I start. Why
because
do you think that?
because they can get around,
They can.
they can get away.
No. Short-sighted.
Okay, I'm all ears again.
Let me explain.
In Notice
Races are
City?
the best street level you can reach out to. Give them something to grab onto, and they'll be in your hand. Racers come from every corner of the city to race together. Ballers, Vargos, career racers, Chang Gang. All the biggest names will come together under one flag. And that is why I will always dangle a little opportunity in front of them. Give them a little something to bite on. I'm sure you know how that goes.
Yeah, I do.
That way you can wrap enough of them around your finger. Give them a little bit to bite. And they'll want the whole cake. That's why I have G&E. How would you say the economy is right now, Mr. Simone?
The economy is down the shitter. Money means nothing.
That is true. G&E has stayed valuable.
True. That is true.
My currency has weakened the dollar. Every time I generate G&E and it goes into a racer's pockets, that gives me more power. And I don't want power for the sake of vanity. to read out the ones that don't allow chaos to exist with order. The police will chase tails, but they will always be the ones trying to catch them before they run. Trying to bring order to an already doomed city.
Well, they're trying, I guess. They're doing something, that's for sure. But if it's bringing order, I question that.
Exactly. What are your relations to Mr. Lang Buddha, the mayor?
There is none. I believe he does not like me, but he doesn't like me because of me. He does not like me because of my brother. Lang Buddha, as much as I respect him, also has an ego. But so does my brother. And because two egos were clashing, I was dragged into it as a part of it. So because of something someone else did, he is lumping me together in that. So we don't see eye to eye. Like I told him, I had a meeting with him recently. I'm not gonna get into details, but I told him I respected him as a person, as the person he is. But at the end of the day, we walked away just agreeing to not hurt the two people we care about. That's it. That's all that came from that meeting. Nothing else.
Before this happened,
Before this happened,
did you have any business dealings with him?
uh,
Any agendas that aligned?
yes. We, a long time ago, we had the same vision. We agreed on something, but nothing came of that something, unfortunately. We didn't talk much. He did buy some wares, but that's about it. And, well, here we are.
Buy some wares.
Yeah,
He's got quite the business himself.
he does.
Becoming quite the superpower on his own.
That is correct.
He also has control of the state right now. And he's enacted something that has certainly piqued my interest. It might allow us to turn this chaos into order once and for all. If the cards are played right. And with enough power aligned, we could see this city be fruitful and under control once and for all.
You think he could help with that? Or you think he's an issue?
I think so. I think you could get what you want. I get what I want. And also him at the same time. Maybe these petty squirrels can be put behind us in light of the bigger picture.
That seems like a win to me, honestly.
The state has failed. The state always fails, which is why it should be controlled by the people. The people that have suffered. That know what a city needs. Not the ones who run it and have never felt suffering on the street level.
I agree.
You catch where I'm going.
Yeah, no, I'm catching it.
There are people you want out who will never see your vision or mine. They're trying to protect the people, and in doing so, only cause more suffering. And a recycle of the same things over and over. We might cause some suffering along the way, but as a means to an end. Theirs has no end.
Well, a few suffering for everyone's greater good. It happens.
It does. We need to weed out the old and in with the new. They've even reset their structure recently,
Reset.
trying again and again to get it right. Now could be a good time. Make our moves in the right place. But first, I think you and Lang should squash whatever you have. If you would like, I can talk to Mr. Buddha myself. See where he aligns. And if he doesn't align with what me and you have in mind, then I won't bring it up to him.
I think that's...
In light of the bigger picture.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've had my conversations with him. He doesn't seem to budge that much. I've tried, but you might have a... Well, you probably have a better shot.
If I can get through to him.
Yeah, I believe you have a better chance than me.
I think we are aligned, Mr. Simone.
I'd say so.
Also, we can play a little game along the way.
What game do you want to
We
play?
need to cause chaos among their ranks. Something not so on the face of things.
Uh-oh.
The way I operate is a little differently from you. I can uproot doubt among themselves. What do you know of Jackie Snow?
I haven't talked much to Jaggy in general. He seems like a decent cop. He doesn't seem like he's not in the bad apple batch yet. He hasn't been corrupted. But I do know that he's very much focused on street racers, or used to be anyways. So I guess you have a history with him more than I do.
Well, he is blind to the bigger picture. And we can keep it that way. Or dangle some bait in front of him. We can use him.
What bait do you have in mind?
Well, we could talk with him together.
Oh, God.
I am already due an audience with him. We could also explicitly say our plans. Only to send him in the wrong direction.
Do you trust him enough to have a conversation like that without...
I expect him to go running back.
Okay.
That's just the thing. If we tell him what we're going to do, they're only going to be chasing tails before the time is right. It will allow us to know where they're going to look and do what we need to do in the background and pull the strings. By telling him exactly what we're going to do, we know where he's going to move. A pawn in a game of chess. Just like everybody else we use.
God damn it.
Do you catch where I'm going?
I do.
Do you like to play games, Michael?
I'm all about games. That's all I did back in the day when I was...
To be fun.
Of course.
Day to day.
Of course. If games are not fun, why play them?
Fantastic. We will turn this state on its head and have it fry once and for all.
God damn it, wise
We have
guy.
the tools and the currency in place to control it. We just need the last one to be aligned with us.
Well, if you're going to talk to him, just let me know if you need anything.
Of course. Have you heard about the Aegis legislation?
I have not.
Well, when you get time, take a look. I think the cards are in place to do what needs to be done.
You called
Put
it.
the people in the right place to make sure what happens in this state happens correctly. That's why it's vital he's on our side.
Okay. You said the Aegis? Aegis?
Aegis.
Aegis, okay.
Aegis. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Alright.
Kind of a shit name, if you ask me.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it's an acronym or something.
I'll give it a look.
Fantastic. Now I must ask you, do you have any people you care for deeply that should not be collateral in the war that is to come?
Ooh. Oh, that is a question. Yeah, Flossie, but yeah. Well, obviously my girlfriend, but I don't think she would even get involved, so...
And who might that be?
Flossie. She is the daughter of
Flossie.
Rudy, who is the leader of Lost.
Ah, Rudy Rinson.
Yes. Correct. Nancy? Nancy would... Yeah.
Understood.
There's...
No police I should be aware of.
no police you should be aware of?
No.
Well, it depends on how we look at it. If we're looking at just the bad apples, there is a few people that I wouldn't define as bad apples. Jenny Hall, as much as people want to say she's corrupt for even talking to me and giving me the time of the day, is one. But there's also... Fuck. Spork. Why did I forget your name? Daisy, would I also say, but she's just more of a friend. I don't know about her work as a cop per se. But that's the thing, like, I don't meddle with their work. I see them as friends. Obviously, we've seen how that went yesterday. People you think you know.
Unfortunately, the people of these systems take corruption as objective,
People use them against you.
whereas
Yeah.
if they took it in a subjective light, they could be convinced of what the bigger picture might be. They cause suffering and a means to stop corruption.
I can always bring it up later.
But what if suffering has to happen for a new order to take its place that is better than the last? Civil wars have happened again and again.
It has.
The rebellion painted to be the bad guys.
No,
Really,
it's not
they
that
are
I
the
didn't want
ones
to
who
mention.
sacrifice their own morals, their own sanity, for a new world.
Yeah, no, I get you.
We are painted as the bad guys,
We are.
but we are just doing what is necessary.
Whenever I've talked to people about this, I've never claimed to be a hero. I've never claimed to be a good guy in what I'm doing, but I still felt like it was a necessity. Yes,
Exactly.
people get hurt, people got hurt, but I would still do it again.
We'll go to our graves with our demons,
Correct.
just the same as any revolutionary before us. People have to be controlled.
Well, if people are left to themselves, well, we see what happens.
We're left with a bath of chaos with no order.
Yep.
This has been a fruitful conversation, Mr. Simone.
It has, and I do appreciate your time. And for you to reach out.
Of course. I appreciate you coming to see me on such short notice.
Of course.
Apologies for the inconvenience.
No,
The frisk.
No, don't worry. Do not need to apologize. I get it. I understand. So, is there a name I can use, or am I just calling you the PM?
You can call me Freddy.
Freddy? All right, I'll keep that in mind.
You are the only person in that city I've given my name to.
Freddy. Well,
If it gets out, I know who to blame.
it will never go anywhere but here. Between you and I, no one is going to know anything. But I do appreciate your time, and I do hope we can work together. I do hope that Mr. Lang is interested, and we can squash all of this between him and I.
Good. I will work on that, and I will be in touch.
Sounds good. And if there's
Shinigami,
anything you need, just let
Yes.
me know.
of course. See our guest out. If you would please,
Right away.
take him to his location that he desires.
Understood.
Fucking wise guy.
Where do you want to go?
Just back to the car. I don't know. I've been riding around on a moped. That seems to be the way to keep it keeping the lowest profile. But I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you so much
Sounds
for the
kinda
raid,
dangerous.
Snow. Sorry.
Sounds kind of dangerous.
What, a moped?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All it takes is one cop not paying attention.
Yeah. Well, it also takes me not paying attention to run a red light and get pulled over.
That's true.
Yeah.